Okay, in today's video, I'll be talking a little bit about a different class of processors. Those are mainly targeted for the workstation users. Um, I'm talking about the AMD Threadripper Pro series of processors. Um, uh, to those of you who don't know what is a workstation, so in simplest terms, a workstation is a little bit more powerful system than a normal consumer PC, but it is less powerful than a server, you can say. So it is kind of a middle ground between a server system and a normal consumer PC. Okay, and normally workstations are used in computer aided design work, um, in video editing. It can be used in scientific simulation or any high performance computing and things like that. Architects also use it. Basically, if you are not dealing with a lot of user data, in that case you do not need bigger server racks, right? If you are only just a video editor, you need purely the performance. Probably you don't need TBs and TBs of data to store and manage. In that case, you can go for just a standalone powerful workstation, and that will do the job for you. And AMD has launched this series of processors just for the workstation users. Okay, if you want to know a little bit more about the AMD Threadripper Pro series of processors, you can go to the AMD website, and in the home page you can go to the product section, then go to processors, and then go to workstation. Okay, so once you arrive at this particular page, you will see at the very top of the project page, you will see this AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro processors. Okay, so this is a brief description here. It is based on 7 nanometer process technology, and that is the manufacturing process which was used to manufacture these chips. Here in these processors, you will not only see high core frequency or the high processor core clock frequency, but also you will see support for 128 PCIe 4.0 lanes and so many other things. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper into this. If you look at this particular page here, it clearly says something about AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro 5000 WX series. So previous generation was 3000 WX series. There the core count was starting from 12 all the way up to 64, and for each core you have 2 threads. So at max you will get 128 threads for 64 core version, right? The core count is the maximum core count is still the same in 5000 series, but there are some improvement compared to the 3000 series. Okay, before going into all those details, if you just want to learn a little bit about this series of processor, of why you may need this, it's better to look at this particular page. This will give you a good understanding, basic understanding of what this processor can do, and on which kind of workload this can be helpful. Basically here it says, this section is basically testimony section. If you can see, I think this testimony came from Paul Lambert, winner, best visual effects and 3-time Academy Award winner. So here he says that they got some performance improvement. They tried EPYC series of processors. So this EPYC series of processors is mainly for the data centers or the servers that I already mentioned. Just below EPYC, this Threadripper series of processors sit. So EPYC will have like maximum core count, maximum I/O capability, and a maximum L3 cache to give you the maximum performance, to handle a large workload, right? But Threadripper Pro, you can say it is based on the same chip design or core architecture, but some of the features are a little bit toned down. So here it says they tried both Threadripper Pro 5000 series and EPYC, and they could see some improvement there. There I think iteration times were reduced, blah 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 and things like that. So clearly you can see this guy, he is a visual effects artist, where they deal with visual effects softwares, and these visual effects softwares involve a lot of computation, which involves mathematical calculations as well. So to perform this kind of tasks, apart from Epic, a Threadripper Pro series of processors can definitely help. And in the next testimony also, if you can see, this is another guy, like Academy Award winner, and he is also, I think, saying that they had some performance improvement in video 3D rendering. So yeah, definitely you can see 3D artists love this kind of processors to do their architectural visualizations. You can see it clearly here. And if I go to the next testimonial, here also I think this is another guy. He is the principal engineer and architect, Spacecraft Industrial Light and Magic. So here he talks about not only about performance, also he talks about extensive I/O capabilities. Okay, that is another important thing to note. So later on you will see I will talk about the Lenovo P620 workstation, where due to these extensive I/O capabilities, you can have multiple discrete graphics cards connected to the system, and that's why it's better if you have extensive I/O capabilities. And Threadripper Pro series of processors definitely support that in a big way. And let's go to the last one. Here also, this is another guy from Vinyan Studios, I think. So basically all these guys are mainly related to visual effects, 3D rendering, or any kind of video production work. So in their systems, they really like the performance that they get from Epic and Threadripper Pro. So now I think you have gotten a good idea what kind of workload these processors can handle really well. Imagine what you can do. You can go and watch this video from AMD, but we will quickly look at this particular table, not one table, I think some graphs. You can see here they have clearly shown that this Threadripper Pro 5000 series of processors are outperforming the Intel Xeon series of processors there. If you talk about the maximum core count, Threadripper Pro series of processors is clearly winning with 64 cores, while you will get maximum 38 core from Intel Xeon W3375, and all the performance numbers are better for AMD Threadripper Pro 5000 series of processors. Okay, this is good thing if you are an AMD fanboy, and yeah, for us also it is good. I mean, if we see good amount of competition between Intel and AMD, our processors will get better and better, and we will get benefited out of it. Here AMD talks about leadership architecture. It is based on still 7 nanometer technology. That is a little bit old, but still it is good that they are able to produce really good performance improvement compared to the 5000 series of processors, right? And platform expandability. So here you can see AMD Threadripper Pro series of processors support up to 128 PCIe 4.0 lanes. Okay, that is twice the I/O performance over PCIe 3.0. That is one real good thing. And here if you talk about video acceleration, you don't have any problem, because you can get next gen professional GPUs, not only one, multiple GPUs you can attach to these particular systems, and that is because of high I/O performance or high I/O support that you get in these systems. Another important thing, so if you are a working professional, video editor, or a visual artist working for a particular company, in that case security is really important. Nobody should be able to know what you are doing before its formal release, right? It applies to any kind of professional. That is why AMD gives you pro security here. I think, as they say, they give multi-layered set of security features, not only at the hardware but also at the OS and system level. Protection you will get with AMD Shadow Stack, right? That is a good thing. But if in case of consumer PC, probably you wouldn't get all those features, right? And another important thing is AMD Memory Guard. So they do full memory encryption as a standard feature. So although AMD claims it is the only company in the world, but that looks like not true. But anyway, it is good to have memory encryption there. So even if somebody hacks into your memory, they won't be able to understand what you are doing. That's a good thing to have. And of course, in the manageability front, also you get good support from these AMD processors there. So you can remotely update and repair network devices. You can monitor, restore, and upgrade systems. And you can fix a wide range of client issues in band and out of band, all those things. Once you use, you'll get to know all of those things. And yeah, finally the important thing is you have understood a little bit about these processors, and if you feel like you have that kind of requirement, if you want to purchase these systems, you don't have many options to choose from, right? Till now, I think the major vendor that is selling these the Threadripper Pro based systems is Lenovo. And if you go to Lenovo website, there you will see this ThinkStation P620. So this is the that particular system where you will get AMD Threadripper Pro series of processors. Okay, we will go into that in our next video, where probably we will have some comparison between the 3000 series and 5000 series, and also we will go through a little bit about the technical specifications. You will have, I think, 5-6 variants of the chips in both 3000 and 5000 category, and there you will have different clock frequency, different L3 cache limit, and different core count. And based on your workload, you can choose whatever you like. I mean, it's important to understand to choose that particular processor optimally. That's the topic for another video, but I hope in this short video you got a good understanding of this Threadripper Pro series of processors, and how you can get benefited if you are a user of workstation class workload. Okay, we will definitely go deeper into this. We will do all the technical specification analysis and comparison in our next video. Just wait for that, and probably you can subscribe to my channel to get the notification. See you in the next one.